something came over me that I just don't want to cuss anymore. Hey guys, it's Alx James. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are all doing amazing. I hope you all had a better Christmas day than I did. If you follow my vlog channel, then you know that my whole family and me pretty much did not have Christmas because we were all sick. And I think this is gonna be my new filming room. I don't know, it just feels at home and at peace that I'm just, you know, I don't have to go into that room and film on that couch and whatever. This seems more comfortable, doesn't it seem more comfortable? So I asked you guys in a Twitter poll what you wanted to see in Wednesday's YouTube video. I know today is Thursday. Okay, I know my days of the weeks, but sometimes I miss a day and it uploads on Thursday. You guys voted for why I quit cussing. And now some of you know that if you follow me on Twitter that I had tweeted that I quit cussing. I mean, obviously you guys believed me. Okay, thank you for the support, Waterbug Army. And I just want to clarify, I'm not saying that I am gonna just completely stop cussing. Like, I know I'm gonna like slip and I'm gonna have my little moments. Trust me, I'm gonna make me a little cuss jar and it'll probably be full to the top. So I guess I should say the point of this story is for me to tell you guys why I have made the decision to try and stop cussing. So for those of you that watch my vlog channel, you probably saw the video where I was saying that Christmas was canceled, everybody was sick, and in a portion of that vlog, I talked about me going to church by myself, which, let me just set the record straight, I never do. So how that happened was, the night before, so Saturday night, I had already told myself, I was like, I need to go to church. I haven't, no, mind you, I need to go to this specific church because this is my hometown growing up church. I know you guys see me going to the church here in LA, but like, there's something different about your home church, and I haven't been to my home church in years. And my parents go every Sunday, so I had already told myself, Alex, like, you're going to church tomorrow. God has already done just so much for you. You're so undeserving for everything that He's done for you regardless. So you're gonna get yourself together and you're gonna go to church no matter what. So I wake up in the morning, it's Christmas, and I find out that my dad is sick. My dad either got food poisoning or some type of sickness. He was throwing up, feeling like crap. So boom, he couldn't go to church. My mom is getting ready and it's about 10:30, like 10:45, and church starts at 11 o'clock. Now mind you, we live about 15 minutes away from church and my mom hates being late for church. So she's already getting ready and I'm like just waking up out of bed. There's an LA time difference, okay? Like I'm 3 hours behind. So 10:30 there is really, I don't know the math, like what, 6:30, 7:30 here? I won't get enough. I hear my mom in the kitchen doing last minute things and I'm like, Mama! She says, what? And I'm like, what are you doing? She said, I'm about to go to church. And I was like, I told you do not leave without me going to church. She was like, well, you better get your butt up and come on. And I was like, all right, fine, like I will go. And I kid you not, guys, I sat up from my bed and it was like a weight, it was like, I could not get up. My head was hurting, my chest was hurting, but it was literally like, just imagine if you just had literally just a 50-pound weight on you and you're just trying to get up. That's honestly how it felt. And I just kept telling myself, I was like, I don't know what this is, but I need to get up. Like, what is stopping me from going to church? That's what I kept saying in my head. I was just like, you need to get up, you gotta go to church, because I've always been told that if it's, especially on church day, like if you are going to church or if you're wanting to go to church and something is stopping you, I don't care if it's sickness, I don't care if it's traffic, whatever it is, do not turn around, you need to go to church. So I get up going through all of these obstacles. I feel like I don't have anything to wear. I feel like everything is dirty. I like to look nice-esque when I go to church, you know what I'm saying? Like, no wrinkles in my shirt, but then again, I don't ever iron my shirt, so all my shirts have wrinkles. Anyway, so I get dressed, and at this point, it was already like 10:50, 10:55. Me and my mom are walking out of the door, and my mom stops, and she goes, hold up. And I'm like, girl, what's wrong? She says, I am not gonna be able to go to church. I said, what's wrong with you? She said, I think I got what your dad has got. She said, I feel like I am about to throw up. Okay, so I'm not going to church by myself. I have never, guys, ever gone to church by myself. I don't know why. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I like to go with people or whatever. So I kept telling myself, I was like, you are not going to church. I looked at a time, it's already 11 o'clock. Already 11 o'clock. And my mom is in the bed and I was just like, where are your keys? And I'm telling, the whole time, I'm literally, there is a pit in my stomach saying, you are not going to church. I don't know how to describe that voice in your head, but there's just something that kept telling me, you are not going to church. And that ain't God, okay? Like that, if you ever hear somebody, would God ever tell you not to go to church? Okay, so I kept telling myself, I was like, oh, I don't know what this is on me, but no ma'am, like you are going to, I don't know how to describe it. Okay, so I grab my mom's keys and she's just like, they're on the counter. And I asked her as I'm looking at the keys, I didn't even remember that. I asked her, I was like, Mama, where are your keys? And I'm literally looking at the keys. I'm just trying to find for whatever reason, obstacle to not go to church. I know it's taking me forever to get to the story, but just stay with me. So I'm grabbing the keys, I get in the car, and I'm telling you guys, I still am telling myself, you are not going to church. Like, what are you doing? I pull out of my driveway, I'm driving into Wilson, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go eat somewhere. I get on the highway, and I'm driving to church, like headed in that direction, but I'm still telling myself, like, the way you can go to my church is that's the way you get into Wilson, with like my hometown. That's the way you get there, and that's how you get into, you know, the restaurants and stuff like that. So even if I wasn't going to go to church, I was gonna have to pass by my church to go to one of the restaurants. I get off the exit and I see my church, and I see there's not a lot of people, and I guess because it was Christmas Day, you know, not as many people were in church, and I think I felt a little bit better that there wasn't a lot of people there. And I think the main reason why I wouldn't want to go to church by myself, especially in this particular moment, was because it was already past 11. There's just something embarrassing to me about just walking late into church. I don't know why, but just people looking at you like, why are you late? And I'm like, what? Don't make me fight in church, okay? So I sit down on the back pew and I was like, okay, like this is not as bad as what you thought it was. Like, what are you talking about? The choir is singing, the audience is singing, everything is going good. 30 minutes into church, everybody is still singing. And I'm like, okay, I'm over the singing. Like, did God call me in here to just listen to the singing? Like, what is going on? And I'm telling you, I was about to leave. I was like, I'm done with this. Like, I want to hear some preaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to hear I want to hear what's going on. So I text my mom and I'm like, hey, girl, are they going to be singing the whole time? She was like, is the choir still singing? I was like, yes. Like, it's been 30 minutes and they're still singing. She was like, well, I'm sure he's gonna preach afterwards. You know, that's what they always do. You're good. And I was like, all right, okay, I'll stay. It wasn't even 5 minutes later, the choir had got done singing and the preacher began to start preaching. And I wasn't really connecting with the message at first, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt for whatever reason. Oh, by the way, let me just mention, that weight that I had felt when I had woken up, I still felt that weight on me. Like, it was just like, you shouldn't be here. And you know, and it's a different feeling. Like, it's hard to explain that feeling to you unless you've had that feeling before. It was just, something kept telling me I shouldn't be here. And I knew that that's not good. Like, what would tell me not to be at church? Other than the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't nothing that's gonna tell God, like I said, God ain't gonna tell you not to be at church. I sat there a little bit longer and I was listening to the sermon. It's not that I didn't like the sermon. I was obsessed with, you know, the preacher in the sermon. I just didn't feel, you know, like, this is why I came to church. Then the preacher he was closing the sermon, and oh God, it's so hard to explain this when I can't explain to you my feeling. I can just tell you, but I just don't want it to seem like, I just feel like I can't express words, and when I express the words of the feeling that I got, it dumbs down how I actually felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I could just share my feeling through the screen so you guys could understand the picture I'm trying to paint for you guys. So the preacher was doing a closing prayer. You know, he was just like, if people come to the altar, I don't know if you guys go to church, but you know how they do the altar call at the end. If anybody wants to go to the altar, or anybody wants to go to the altar or pray about anything, that's kind of their time to do that. Now, mind you, I'm at church by myself, already something I don't do. I ain't going to the altar, okay? I'm not gonna come from the back of the church and walk all the way to the front in front of all these people, and let them know that I need to pray for something. Like, what if, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I kept feeling. And the more I sat there, I'm telling you, like, I kept telling myself, I was just like, you don't need to go to the altar. Like, you're good. Like, you're okay. Like, God, you know, like, can I just pray right here? Like, I feel something, but I just don't want to go up there. And it was like he kept saying it, and there was no one going to the altar, and he was just like, I have a feeling there's someone out there that needs to come to the altar. And I'm telling you, when he said that, I just felt like this just pull. It was like just this pull on my heart. And it was just, I had never felt God in that way. And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I stand up and I'm like, boy, God said go to the altar, okay? Ain't none of these people, okay? What do these people mean to you? Nothing, not a daggone thing. Go to the altar. As I'm walking up there, I see the man that saved me when I was 12. His name is Mr. Braswell, and I have not seen him since he saved me. You know, like, for years. Gosh, it has been, no, it wouldn't be, I wouldn't say since he saved me, but I mean, it has been years since I have seen him. And just something brought me up there and to tap him on the shoulder. And I was like, can you please come to the altar and pray with me? And I'm just like bursting in tears. And he just like, yes, like I will come right up there with you. And he opened his Bible and he was just like, you know, what's going on? And I just broke down again, and I was just like, I just feel so lost right now. Like, you know, I know God is working in my corner. I feel him, he's there. I just feel like I'm not enough. Like, that just, I hate that feeling. I was just like, I feel like I'm not enough for God. And he just sat there and he prayed with me. And I'm telling you guys, just this peace came over me. And it was just like God telling me, you're gonna be okay. Like, it was just like, I can't describe it. It was just like, you're gonna be fine. And I'm telling you, it was the most amazing thing ever. And as I was leaving church, I was hugging everybody. Everybody was just so nice and so warm. Something came over me that I just don't want to cuss anymore. Or not, that is not that I don't want to cuss anymore. It's that I want to show God I'm trying. And that is all you can do. People think that, you know, when you accept God into your life, that it's just like this, you're going to change. We're humans. This flesh is sin. We're nothing but sin. That's all we are. So you don't change like this. But the Bible says the faith of a mustard seed. Once you plant that little seed in you, that's all you need. And what's God gonna do to that seed? Grow, okay? And you have to know that the devil has planted his seed too. We're born into sin. So the devil's seed is already in there too. And when this little mustard seed is growing, this one's growing 10 times more. So I was just spending my whole life feeling like I wasn't good enough for God because I kept sinning. I kept doing these things. And then I just had this peace that was like, you're fine. You're going to sin. This world is sin. That's all we are. You have to quit beating yourself up because of this. You have me in your life. This literally like how I felt. You have me in your life. You asked me, this is God now I'm talking about. You have me in your life. You asked me to guide you. Relax. I'm on your side. What? Who else would you rather have on your side than God? Like, like it's just an unreal experience. It's an unreal feeling, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. What does that say for Alx? Do I look any different? Huh? I feel different, but I look any different. I'm not changing my this is still my personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still gonna be crazy. I'm still gonna be this. I'm still gonna be that. I'm still gonna say and, you know, whatever, but I'm gonna try my best to be a better person. And that doesn't necessarily mean that when people cuss, that it's bad. You know, like, when I say bitch or when I say whatever, to me, that's just like another word. I don't try to use those words in arguments. I don't try to use those words in public or around people. I use it when I'm in a comedic voice, or I'm using it when I'm telling a story. Like, you know, when something happens, a story time video, I'm not out there being like, bitch, you blah, 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 blah. I come in here, you know, to make you guys laugh. But I also was thinking about that too, and I was just like, you know what? The cussing don't have to be a part of your comedy. Homeboy, you are funny enough without cussing. Anyways, I just feel happy and I feel at peace. And that's all I ask for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I just felt like I had everything. Like, I feel like I had money. I had a good, nice car. I live in a nice place. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I just like, why am I not happy? What is missing? Like, there's something in my life that is not happy. And I just felt bitter about things. Like, you know, I was just very bitter about everything, and I would take things very personal. And you guys know that this year has not been the best year for me. I went through a lot of stuff personally, and I had a lot of stuff a lot of things happen to me, and I just felt like I wanted to give up. Like, I was just like, why do I have this stuff and I'm not happy? Like, I just want to give up. Now, I know I don't really show that state of mine on YouTube, but I guess you can kind of, you know, put two and two together after hearing this, and, you know, just my filming schedule is not always on time, and I just seem unhappy on certain things. Well, mentally, and I'm still not out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still not out of that situation in my head, but I'm at peace. I found my Bible, and I'm gonna be reading this. I don't, you know, really understand much of it, but that's, you know, it takes time. You gotta, you know, you gotta do your thing. So that is my story time today, and that's my reasoning behind me not cussing anymore. And again, I just want to say, like, it's not like I'm not ever going to cuss again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to express that enough, because I just don't want those ignorant comments that when they hear me cuss in a video, they're like, oh, Alx is cussing, so he lied, blah, 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 blah. You know, like, that, I just don't want any of that. Like, I know that I'm going to continue to probably cuss, but I'm going to do my best to not cuss, because that's just my own personal choice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I haven't edited this yet, so I was like all over the place. I'm telling you, like, I was telling all types of things. I'm just going to try to find a cohesive story for you guys to latch on to. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post new videos every Wednesday, sometimes Thursday, and every Saturday. This Saturday, I don't know, I might put out a Twitter poll in a little bit and see what you guys want to see on Saturday's YouTube video. I got a few options for you guys, and yeah, I think that is it. Subscribe to my vlog channel. I post up there all the time. I know I've said vlog channel a lot in here, but I post extra stuff on there if you ever want to see that from time to time. And I hope you all have a great New Year. I'll see you guys on the 31st. So that's kind of like New Year. Is that New Year's Day? No, New Year's Day is on the 1st. Whatever the 31st is, bringing into the new year, I'll have a video up for you guys that day. All right, I will see you guys on a Saturday. Have you ever seen those pictures where they say, this is the type of haircut that says, can I speak to the manager? Oh, no. You've never seen that? Well, no. You know you have the haircut, right? Oh, no. You have the can we speak to the manager haircut.